Hi everyone. Hey, this is Bev Filer with South Tex Creations coming to you live in my kitchen on this wonderful Monday evening. Sorry I'm late, about 10 minutes late getting started. Sorry about that. But I am here going to make something that you can use for the fall or actually all year round. But I ran into some little problems, so that's why I'm running a little late, but I'm determined to get started with this. So do me a favor, guys, as you're logging on, please tell me where you're at, who you are, what's going on in your neck of the woods, and we are going to get started. I've decided to go ahead and do another pumpkin centerpiece, but this time it's going to be used. You can use this any time of the year. Hi Linda, how you doing from Philadelphia? Thank you so much for joining me. So tonight we're going to do succulents, and I don't know if you are familiar with succulents. I'm sure everyone is. Hi Lisa from Michigan, thank you so much for joining me. Ruth, hi, how you doing, sweetie? I am a big fan of succulents. I love them. I have real ones. I have fake ones in my house. And I just love them. And I do have a few out in pots in my back, on my back deck. And surprisingly, I haven't killed them, which usually I do. I don't have my dad's green thumb with everything. But succulents are kind of hard to kill because, you know, they contain their own water. They don't need a lot of care. You can kind of abuse them and they just keep coming back for more. But I have a nice variety of succulents that I'm going to do. This one is an aloe vera, I believe. I'm not real familiar with all their names, but I just know what I like. Of course, a cactus, that is a succulent, believe it or not. That's why cactuses can live so well in the dry heat because they contain their own water. So anyway, and of course, if you're familiar with this type of plant, the Christmas cactus that blooms red or orange, that's also a succulent. So this one I do know, these are called a string of pearls, which I'm going to have these draping down the side of the pumpkin. So I have a nice variety of different types of succulents. Succulents can be very expensive, the fake ones. So if you're lucky enough to find them on sale, grab a bunch of them. Now, this beauty here actually came from Hobby Lobby. This one was $3.99. And, you know, this is a nice size succulent, so I really didn't think that was too overpriced. This one, on the other hand, is a little smaller. This one was priced at $2.99. You know, for what I'm going to use, I went ahead and got it because I haven't seen a lot of the smaller size cactuses like this one. So, and of course you want a variety of colors. So this one's real pretty. Hi Kathy from Illinois. Hi Kathy. Kathy with a C and Kathy with a K from Mississippi. You love succulents too, Kathy with the C? I do too. I love them. I love them. So let's move on. This is one of my favorite pumpkins that Michaels carries. It's not your typical round, you know, like you normally see. This one is a short, squatty pumpkin, and if you can see, it's got more coloring to it. They don't make this short, squatty one in other colors, but this one. But I do love this one. Hi, Sandra. Thank you for joining me. But this one was regular $19.99. It was on sale for 40% off. And this is a carvable, you know, where you can carve type pumpkin. So this is one of my favorites to do a centerpiece simply because you don't have to do a lot to the outside. I mean, it's just so pretty in itself. And it's the short and squatty one. So if you find these, make sure you get a few of them. They do go fast, so make sure. So I'm setting up my camera so you guys can watch me over my shoulder as I put this together. Hi Paulette, good evening, sweetie. And guys, do me a favor, if you would, share my video out. Down there on this bottom corner is a share button. Just hit that button and it's going to share it out to everyone in your Facebook world. And hopefully they'll see it and they'll share it out. It'll just be a little trickle effect. So that would really be great. So I went ahead and carved the top out. So as you can see, it's hollow on the inside. So you can either keep this and use it, or you can just toss it. I have kept a few of them in the past. Really didn't know what I was going to do with it. But thank you, Linda, for sharing. Thank you, Kathy, for sharing. I appreciate you guys so much. So we're just going to set this off to the side. And all I used was, I have an old steak knife. And I don't think oh, here it is. This is my old trusty steak knife. This sucker, I've had this forever and a day. And it's just part of my crafting tools. So I just see if I can put the lid back on. You know, just go in at an angle and work your way all the way around. Okay? And then do whatever you want with this. So I'm just going to set it down there. Okay, the next thing is I'm using a square piece of foam. Use the green instead of the white. I prefer the green simply because it helps to camouflage when you're putting stuff in if you're not going to put any kind of moss on top. Okay. Hi Dixie. You know, I have another friend named Dixie. You're the second Dixie that I know. Thank you for joining me. Hi Jan from Arizona. So this is going to fit perfectly in here, but what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to cut the edges down in order for this to fit down inside the pumpkin. So let me do a little bit of adjusting on this so you get a better view of my work area. You'll still be able to hear my voice. I'm going to be looking up and checking from time to time any of your questions or comments. And as always, I always review all of my Facebook Lives after the fact. So if a question comes through that I missed during the live, I will answer your questions. Hi, Ginger from California. And Patty, how you doing, sweetie? So give me just a second. Let me just adjust this so you guys can get a better view. Let me tilt this down. Okay, so can everyone see very well of my work surface? If you can, give me some thumbs up or some hearts. That would be great. South Florida, hi Cindy. Well, hello Mary Lynette Matthews, Ellis, my sweet niece. Hope everyone is doing well in Florida. Can't wait to be there next month. So some of the tools that I'll be using tonight. Oh good, everyone can see my work surface. Great. Okay, so some of the tools I will be using tonight will be a wire cutter. Won't need my steak knife anymore, so I'll just slip that over there. Possibly my scissors. I have my hot glue gun over here and my pick machine. Now, the only time I will use my pick machine is if some of the stems, like maybe this one, for example, first of all, it's not long enough and it's very thin. So I'll probably put a pick on the end of this before I insert it into the styrofoam. So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to shape this with my steak knife. So I guess I do still need my steak knife. I'm going to shape this so this will fit down inside the hole of the pumpkin. Okay, and I have my trash can over here. I don't mind. I'm sorry I have to put my back to you guys, but well, let me see. Let me just whittle the corners down. And all I'm doing is I'm cutting the corners. Okay, so that's all I'm doing. Oh good, this is not going to make a big mess. If you cut this while the plastic is still on, it will minimize a lot of the little fragments of the styrofoam getting on your work surface. So that's a tip. You know, you want a nice clean work surface. So let's see, is that gonna? Not quite. So let's whittle it down just a little bit more. Because what we're going to do, once we get this inside the pumpkin, we're going to put some hot glue down in there, sit this inside the pumpkin, and it will be ready to go. All right, let's see. Just a little bit more right here. So how is everyone doing tonight? Oh, perfect fit. Okay, so now we can take off the plastic. And I have very, very minimal mess. I mean, that's all I have. So that's a real good tip. If you're going to have to do any kind of shaving on these, leave the plastic on. Okay, that will help contain a lot of the little pieces from getting all over your work surface. Hi Jan, good tip, thank you. Yes, I'm always playing around with this and cutting it, and I just have a big mess everywhere. So actually, I did that by accident one time. I got in a hurry with wanting to trim this down. I don't know if I was doing a Facebook Live or a home talk, but I was in a hurry, and I started whittling on it while the plastic was still on, and I noticed, wow, I hardly have any shavings. My work surface was still clean. I mean, I still had a little, but I was able to, brush them up with my hand and throw them away, and I was like, oh, good tip. So there you go. Okay, I believe my hot glue is ready. So what I'm going to do is I am going to squirt some hot glue down into the center of the pumpkin. And you want quite a bit in here because you want this thing to really stay nice and snug. And we're going to just fit this right down in there. And just press it down. And let that glue melt this styrofoam, and it's going to be nice. So look how nice and even that is. I mean, that is like a perfect, it was made perfect for this pumpkin. Okay, so since I'm not doing flowers and I'm not adding a bow, I want to keep this very, very natural. So I'm going to start with some of my taller succulents to go in the center, and then I'm going to drape down. And of course, my string of pearls, I'm going to have those hanging down over the pumpkin like that to give it a real natural flow. Okay, so let's see what we got. I really, really love this. So I think I'm going to use this for the center. And the nice thing about this one is they're bendable. So I can, they don't grow naturally straight up. So you can bend these and manipulate them to kind of give them a more realistic look. Okay, so this particular one was $7.20. I got it for half off. And if any of you have seen my videos that I did today, I was at Janelle's Wholesale Floors and Decor Shop. And I picked up a few of these there. And if you have a tax-exempt number, you get everything in the store half off of the price that's marked. If you don't, you have to pay the normal retail price. But still, that's Janelle's and Travis are our only two wholesale shops that we have in San Antonio. So let's just go ahead. We're going to place this right in the center and press it all the way down. So that's going to be the beginning of it. That's going to be in the very center. Okay. All right, so now we're going to work our way outward. And, you know, I have some aloe vera, different types of aloe vera. I'm not really sure what this one is called, but I like it. So, I really want to add this one in. So you want to, you know, that's the nice thing about succulents. They have different varieties of textures and shapes. And again, this is kind of tall, kind of big. So, well, Rachel, thank you. Gina, hi, Gina. Gina, we need to talk after this. I need your help desperately, sweetheart. And I don't want to go into it here, but please, I need to talk to you after my live. And I know Gina's a big fan of succulents too. I've seen some of her pictures of succulents. So here's one. I added that. Okay, so let's give some more color. Look at this. How pretty that is. So let's I'm going to clip off. This one came from Hobby Lobby. This one was $2.99, so that's not a bad price. And since this is a thick stem, I'm not going to pick it, but I am going to cut it down a bit. If I can cut it. Let me cut this down. So how is everyone doing tonight? Are we having a good Monday night? Now I'm probably going to go back after I do this and I'm going to tuck in a little bit of moss in here where you can still see some of the styrofoam. I don't have the moss with me at the moment, but I'm going to go back and do that later. So now here's a nice smaller piece that can drape over. So I'm going to, not sure what this one is called, but again, I like it, and that's all that matters. So I'm going to take this one, and I'm going to push this in off to the side, and see how that drapes over the pumpkin. I like that a lot. April, where is the pumpkin from? April, this pumpkin is from Michael's. It was it's one of their craft pumpkins. It was regular $19.99. I got it for 40% off. The name brand is Ashland. And this is one of their shorter, squattier pumpkins. I just like this style when I do arrangements. Okay, so we're going to add this aloe vera. I love these. They're so wispy. But this has got a very thin and small stem. So this one, I'm going to put a pick on it. And I'll show you what that looks like after the pick has been put on. So as you can see, this has the pick on it. It looks like a little sword. And all that's going to do is help lengthen this, because with this short stem, this would probably stick too close inward to the pumpkin. So I want to give it a little bit of height. Plus, with this short little tip, it's going to stay in there very secure. You will have to make one of these. Yes, Cindy, make one of these and send me a picture. I love showing off when my viewers make things. As a matter of fact, I've started something new. I'm doing a new thing on my page where if you post a picture of something that you have seen me make, either off of a Facebook Live or a Home Talk Live, you're going to be my rock star for the day. And I'm going to post your picture along with your name, and you will be on my page as my rock star. So if you have made anything based upon any of my tutorials, please PM me a picture of your item so I can show it off and show everyone that you are a rock star. And we did have one person last week who shared something, and I made her my rock star. I do have another lady who made something from this past summer, and I'm going to post her tomorrow as my rock star of the day, even though it was a tutorial that I did back last summer. I haven't had, this is just something new I decided to do because I want to promote you guys. I want you to be proud of the things that you make. So here's what it's looking like so far. And I just think this is so stinking cute. And I'm going to still add more things. Remember, I will be adding some moss. I'm going to be tucking some moss in here so you won't be able to see the styrofoam. So now we're going to start on this side over here, and I love this color. Again, this one came from Hobby Lobby, and this one was $2.99, so that's not a bad price. That's a nice size succulent, and see how long this is? I don't need that much. So I'm going to go ahead and cut some of this off, because I just don't need all that stem, even though I do have room for it. And I think we're going to put this one right here. Now look at that. Isn't that pretty? And I have another aloe vera that I'm going to put over here. I do hope you guys will make one of these. And, you know, since it is a pumpkin, and, you know, pumpkins, I know they're more of a fall thing, but this, I believe this is something you can leave out all year round. I really do. Let's see. Oh, I can't forget this guy. Let's see. It's just saying, hi Bev, you didn't tell me about this. I'm sorry, my feed is not flowing and I don't know who that is. But I'm sorry, I did announce that I was going to be doing a Facebook Live at 7. Of course, I got started a little late, so there's my, isn't he cute? I love him, I love him, I love him. Okay, now, let's add some of these. I love these. So now what I'm going to do is I'm not going to add a cluster of them. I'm going to break these apart. I'm going to put a pick on the end of them. And I'm going to have these draping down in different areas. These are called string of pearls, because as you can see, they look like little pearls. And I'm going to put a pick on the end of this. Let me slide this over. Now I'm probably not going to use all of the succulents that I have here. Well, that didn't work. Let's try this again. Let me take off some of these little pearls. I'm probably not going to use all these succulents. I have enough here that I could probably make something else. But I just want to show you all the different variations of succulents that are out there. There we go. So as you can see, I already got my little pick on the end. And I'm going to just come in here, find me a little spot, kind of deep inside. And there we go. I love the natural, how it just naturally drapes over. And I'm going to put these in different little areas. Here's another one. I'm going to probably, I know I'm not going to place them all the way around, but I just love how they look. Did anyone happen to catch my 10-minute or less little video that I did yesterday. That was just something, a spur of the moment. My husband was watching football, and I'll show you what I made. But it was less than 10 minutes. I didn't even talk in it till the very, very end. But that just goes to show you how easy. Let me just bring this up. This is my little wheelbarrow. I don't know if you guys saw this yesterday. I put this together under 10 minutes. Isn't he cute? And I just came on, had my camera set up so you guys could see, and super easy to make. And it was under 10 minutes. All right, we're going to add another one of these just because I like them. And I'm going to cut down some of this stem. Now I have one here, so I think I'm going to put this one on the opposite side. And with these thicker stems, you really got to push them in. There. So now I have one on this side and one on that side. Because I want it to look good no matter what side you're looking on. And the nice thing about succulents is when you group them, real succulents inside a pot, they're very clustered. I mean, you group them very tight together. So that's what we're going to do with this one. We're going to group everything very tight in here. Now, this one, I'm not sure where I got this one from Walmart. I'm sorry, not Walmart. Hobby Lobby, and it's got a little baby. So we're going to leave the baby on there. We're going to cut the stem down. And since this is kind of dark right in here, and this is a bright green, I'm going to add this one right here, and I'm going to have the baby kind of hanging down. So I can kind of give this a little bit of light color. There. And then I'm going to take the baby and I'm going to turn it like it's growing up. So see how that looks? And that kind of lightens up that one side. Okay, so now I've got a few little places here. We're going to just add some others, just kind of poking out in places. Oh, I love this one. This has got, I wish you could feel this. It feels like it's got velvet on it. But this is another type of an aloe vera. This one I also got at Hobby Lobby. This one was $2.99. But look at that. And then at the tips, you have just a little bit of burgundy. So I love that. There's my wire cutters. Look how pretty that looks. I do hope you guys will try these. I'll tell you, they're so much fun. I love, you know, you can make these for friends. You can sit this on out on your back patio. Let's see. Let me add this right here. Actually, I'm going to add a little glue because I cut this stem a little too short. So I want to make sure it goes in there. Okay, and I love these Christmas cactus. I love that. That was a find today. Okay, let's see. Where am I missing? Right in here, I need to do a little bit of work. So I'm going to save this one. This one's kind of big. I think it'll be overwhelming. I think I'm going to, let's see, what do I have left here? Oh, I have these guys. Let me cut these and add a few of these in there. And I'm going to put a pick on the end of this one. So as you can see, this has a pick. second, guys. Let me go get my portable battery because I think my phone is about to die and we don't want that to happen. I didn't realize my phone was getting low. So let me plug this in real quick. I apologize. Hang on just a second with me, guys. Sorry. There we go. There we go. Sorry about that. Okay. Hope you guys are still with me. Sorry about that. All right. Now we can get back to business. Oh, yeah. Talk amongst yourself. I do that all the time, right? Sorry about that. Okay. We're almost done. I'm just going to add a few more and a few more little things draping down, and then this one will be done. I'll be taking pictures of it and post it so you can see what it looks like from all angles. See the spike? I love these. I'm going to add a few more of these, of the pearls, string of pearls. I know I've had several people asking me, when are you going to do something other than fall? And I thought, you know what? This is definitely not fall per se. Okay, let me add just a few more little things in here, because I'm getting down to the very, very end of what's available. And listen, guys, I want to let you know I have a website that's going to be launching here very, very soon. And it's not your typical website. It's going to have everything imaginable. Yes, it will have all of my creations, ready-made or ready-to-sell creations, but I'm going to have a blog. I'm also going to have a lot of my, I'm going to be having some services that you can subscribe to. That's going to be on there. I'm going to have a couple different other pages, my videos. It's just going to be like a one-stop place for fun. And I hope you guys can go ahead and sign up, so that way you'll get notified when it's available to watch. And let's see, let me move these out of the way. I think we are almost done. I'm going to add one more little pearl on here, something a little shorter. Let me put a pick on this. And we'll put this one right there. Okay, so here we go. That's the top of it. Look at all these beautiful succulents in there. And let me just swing this around so you guys can get a good look at it. And I will be posting pictures of it here in a little bit. Yes, Paulette, the variety of colors and textures makes this look very realistic. Thanks, Gina, for posting that for me. Yes, if you go to southtexcreations.com, you can go there and sign up for notification, and then as soon as my website is up and running, you will get your notification. And actually, I just like to do a quick shout out to Gina. Gina is my webmaster. She is designing my website. She also helped design and put together my ebooks or ebook, and I have a second ebook that's going to be coming out, I'm hoping this week, and volume 2 on the pumpkin stackers. and she is fabulous to work with. She's a doll, and if any of you guys need any kind of help with web design, Facebook design, anything, please go check out Gina. And it's Desperately Seeking Gina, which I love that. And check her out and tell her that Bev sent you. Maybe she'll give me a discount. Gina, I love you. And yeah, so she is just, she's a fabulous girl, and I love her to death. And she's fun to work with. She's fun to talk to. And she has done an awesome job for me. So, you know, if you're, like I said, if you're looking for someone to help you out with any of those things in your business, Gina's your girl. Okay, I'm going to add one more piece right here. Just want to give a little more height on this side. And I'm going to lower it and then curve it back up like it's growing up towards the light. Okay, we're done. You're so welcome. Thank you everyone so much. Please share this video out. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad everyone likes this. And, you know, I'm going to sit this on my dining room table. I'll take some pictures of it at different angles. But, you know, like I said, even though this is in a pumpkin, you can still leave this out year round. Year around. And I just think it being in a pumpkin, it gives it that more natural look anyway. So again, just to recap, the pumpkin came from Michael's. It's one of their shorter, squattier pumpkins. It's not their typical funkins. I think that's what they call them. This is more of a designer style pumpkin. It's a little more expensive, but you get your 40% off. And I just like the texture and the coloring on it. Most of these succulents did come from Hobby Lobby. A couple of them did come from Janelle's Wholesale that I was there today. This Christmas cactus one did come from there. So that was, and it was the last one they had in the bin. So I snatched that up. So again, I hope you guys will try this. Make one of these. And remember, anything that you make based upon watching any of my tutorials, whether it's a Facebook Live, Home Talk Live, please PM me a picture of it and I will make you my rock star of the day. Okay? And thank you guys so much for watching me. I hope you were able to learn a few little tips and tricks. And as always, you guys are my rock star, because I couldn't do what I do without your constant, loyal watching. And please share my video out to everyone. And I will have another Facebook Live later on this week. The one that I'll be doing this week, later this week, will probably be a wreath. I haven't decided if it's going to be a grapevine or a deco mesh, but if anyone has a preference, because I have to do one of each anyway, so if you have a preference, let me know and we can do that. So again, thank you so much for watching me, and I'll see you guys next time. Love you all. Bye.